Hello, welcome to my channel and to this first in a series of 5 videos on Neuro Pilates. Neuro Pilates is the practice of taking the traditional Pilates repertoire of movements and weaving in specific neurological exercises designed to stimulate a specific part of the brain. Today we're going to be focusing on the frontal lobes, which are located right here. They're also called the pre-frontal cortex. They're responsible for our personality, our behavior, our short-term memory, and our overall cognition, learning ability. Here you can see a picture of the brain, and you can see it's this large section right at the front. And what's unique about humans is ours is bigger than any other animal on the planet. So hopefully by the end of today, you will improve your ability to remember where you put your keys and short-term things, because we'll be adding cognitive load in various ways to the different exercises we do. We're also going to do an exercise called saccades, which is a specific eye movement that stimulates neural activity to the frontal lobes of the brain. So let's get started. Standing on your mat, you can have shoes on or not. I want you just to feel your feet hip distance apart and just relax your arms. We're going to take one hand to our chest and one hand to our belly. And just, if you feel at any time comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead and do that. And just begin to notice your normal, relaxed breath. And maybe you're receiving some feedback from your hands about where your breath is most easily felt. Might be your chest, your ribs, or your belly. So just take a deeper breath in now, and then let it go. Good. So placing your hands down by your side, I'd like you to turn your eyes to look up at the ceiling and then look down at the floor. And just continue to do that. So eyes up, eyes down, up, down, and go whatever pace feels comfortable for you. Find something to focus on above and below you, and just begin to notice what your eyes do. Mine make a little loop to the right as I spin up, rather than going directly up. I can feel. Just see what you notice. Good. And then bring your eyes to normal. And then we're going to turn the eyes left and right. So gaze left and right. The head remains completely still, and we simply move the eyes from side to side. This also works to stimulate the muscles around that hold the eye in place, which is strengthening your occipital lobe as well. We don't do one thing without affecting other parts of the brain, so it's all good. Okay, so now we're just going to work to warm up the body a little bit. So just let your head drop to one shoulder and just feel the immediate stretch on the side. Drop the chin to the chest and take your head to the other side. And you can move slowly backwards and forwards a couple of times. Just notice what you feel here. I'm definitely feeling more on my right side than my left. And then come back up. Good. So now we're just going to roll the shoulders around a couple of times, getting some lubrication into all of the joints of the body before we get started. So take the hands up, palms facing me, and then lower the fingers. Lift and lower. We will be putting some weight on our wrists on the floor later. Good. And then holding your hands up, I'd like you to take them a little further apart, and then gazing at your baby fingers, saccade your eyes from side to side. Keeping the head very still, breath nice and steady. Focus on the nails of your baby fingers as you move your eyes in whatever pace feels okay for you. Good. Then make a fist and just rotate your wrists in one direction and the other way. And then some little finger bursts. Good. Bring your hands to your shoulders and start to make some little circles or big circles, whatever feels good for your shoulders today. Inhale up, exhale down. Moving slowly with lots of awareness. This is the time when we really begin to connect, to see how our body feels. Good, and then extending your arms out to the sides. Just try to reach for something over to the right and reach for something over to the left. Trying to keep your hips still as you isolate your upper body to start to stretch the waist side. Good. Eyes can follow if you wish as well. In fact, they always want to. And then let your arms swing around your body like wet spaghetti. Maybe let your head turn with your shoulders. And if it feels okay, you can lift one heel and then the other and start to move your hips around too. Good. And then coming to center, putting a little more weight on your right foot, lift your left leg, and if it feels okay, start to swing your foot from side to side. Again, a chair could be helpful so that you can balance if this feels a little too unsteady for you today. And then place that foot firmly on the floor and move the other one. Again, this one feels tighter for me than the other one. So just noticing the difference between left and right. We'll learn more about that in another class. Place the feet together, bend the knees, and start to move in gentle circles. One direction, and then the other. Good. And then coming up, just extending one foot forward, pointing and flexing the foot. And then little circles in one direction, and then the other. Good. Put more weight into the standing leg to lift the other leg, and do the same on the other side. So that's just a little warm up for the body. Again, this is a shortened version of a longer class that I do. So let's begin. So we're going to do a series of 4 exercises, and then I'm going to give you some cognitive load to try and remember them in certain ways. So we're going to start with an exercise called heel lifts. So lift the arms and the heels together. Good. Inhale up and exhale down. This is going to start to engage the muscles in your calves, which will help to push that blood back up to your heart. Veins need muscles to squeeze them to help the blood move from these extremities. And it's also helping your balance as well. You can close your eyes and try to do this to take away that most dominant sense. That will be something I offer in every class I teach. If that doesn't feel safe, just keep staring at a point in front of you. Okay, next exercise is going to be squats. So feet turn slightly out, push back and lift. So I'm showing you front version, but sideways, make sure that the hips go back and the knees track over the toes. So you're not doing this movement. The weight in the heels and the chest forward will make sure you remain safe as you do these exercises. Again, option to close your eyes and feel yourself in space doing this without your most dominant sense. Okay, now we're going to add on another 2 exercises. So standing at the back of the mat, we're going to step forward with the right leg. We're going to drop and we're going to come back. Step out with the right, lower, lift halfway and push back. Let's do 2 more. So 4 stages to this movement. Again, having a wall to hold on to or a chair might be helpful. Good. Next time we go out, we're going to hold our thumbs up. We're going to saccade our eyes side to side and hold the lunge. Wonderful. Come back up and let's try the other side. Extend, bend, halfway, push back. Extend, bend, halfway, push back. 2 more times. And again, closing the eyes is always an option. All right, next time you go out, we're going to stay here. Arms as wide as you wish. Saccades can be done close or far, but you need to be able to see the thumbs in your peripheral vision. This is always, again, helping your eyes to improve as well. Good, come back and stand. Now, we're going to add some cognitive load. So I'm going to give you a visual cue as we put these 4 exercises together into a sequence. You'll have to remember which movement is which exercise because I won't be demonstrating. Okay? So the first exercise we did was the heel lifts. And when I put my arms up, you do the heel lifts. Okay? The next exercise we did was squats. When I bring my arms down, you do squats. When I lift my left hand up, you're going to do a lunge on the left. It's going to be a static lunge with the saccade eye movement. When I bring my right hand up, you lunge forward with the right foot, eye saccades, and hold until I change my arm position. So I'll start here and then I'll move. Okay, let's begin. So number 1, the first exercise, arms up, right. So that's your heel lifts. Good, so doing this one as you go. So I'm not doing them, I'm just giving you the first one to see. Good. Arms down, that was squats. So go ahead and do your squats until I move my arms. Left arm up, that means, that's right, left leg forward, eye saccade. So gazing at your opposite thumb, keeping your head nice and still, maintaining your spine nice and tall. Right arm is up now. So that means right leg forward, eye saccades again, holding and keeping a nice steady breath. Good. Arms are down. Looking at me, squats, right, back to your squats again. Left arm is up, back into your, that's right, left leg lunge. Right arm is up. Good. What am I doing now? That's right, my arms are in the air. That means heel raises with arms. Good. Where are my arms now? Good, that means squats. Well done. Okay, so how did you feel about that? Just notice how easy or not it was for you to remember watching the visuals, not having me talk. And if it was difficult, then probably good to practice this exercise a few more times. Let's go to our second cognitive load set. We're going to come to the floor for that. So standing at the back of your mat, we're going to do a Pilates roll down. So take a nice long breath in. As you exhale, drop your chin toward your chest. Roll down, slowly bending your knees and come onto your hands and knees. Just spread your fingers nice and wide, knees under your hips. We'll do a couple of stretches for the back. So as your belly drops and your hips lift, gaze forward. And as you exhale, start to round your back and drop your head down toward the floor. Inhale, gazing forward, feel the tailbone lift. And then exhale, round your back and gaze between your knees. Just do that as you feel, as many times and as slowly as feels good for you today. Okay, so we're going to have 4 exercises for this next practice. And each one of these is going to have a number, and you will do them when I say the number. So let's practice them all first. The first one is called squats, plank. So you can either come into the full plank version, and you're going to saccade your eyes, looking at your baby fingers from side to side. If that feels too much, knees down with feet up can be another option to hold. So just see which one feels okay for you. And if it hurts your wrists at all, just come down onto your forearm and saccade your eyes like this. Okay, so choose which one feels good for you. Good. And the next exercise is a child's pose. So just stretching your hips back towards your heels, letting your head relax, elbows soft, and just focusing here on deep breaths into the back of your lungs so that you feel the back ribs start to stretch. on the in-breath and relax on the out-breath. And then come back onto your hands and knees. Our next two exercises are going to be extending your right leg back, lifting it up, and then putting more weight into your left hand so you can peel your left hand off the floor. Either take it to the side or to the front and just balance. Eye gaze looking to the front of the mat, nice and still. Feeling the work in the back of your body to hold these two limbs up against gravity. Okay, good. And then we're going to change sides, extend the left leg back, and then start to lift it up. Put more weight into that left hand and start to peel your right hand out to the side or in front, making sure that your left wrist is under your left shoulder so that you have your joints stacked on top of each other, in which way they're much safer. Okay, so that is our 4 exercises. Each one has a number. So plank is number 1, gazing from side to side, saccading your eyes. Number 2 is child's pose. Number 3 is right leg, left arm. Number 4 is left leg, right arm. Okay, so off we go. Let's come into number 2. Okay, so I'm not doing it. You're remembering the number relates to child's pose. Good, so taking a nice, well-deserved breath. Coming up to number 1. So choose the right position for you. Yes, this is plank with eye saccades. So gazing at your baby fingers, keeping your head still as you keep a nice, steady breath, working on core strength and back stabilizing muscles. Let's do number 4. That's right, it's left leg and right arm, holding them up against gravity. Let's go back to number 1. Yes, and that is your plank with, what are they called? Those eye exercises again that stimulate the frontal lobes. Yes, your saccades, saccades. Coming over to number 2. Yep, back into your child's pose. Good. Then up to number 3. And that's right, that is your right leg and your left arm. Back into number 1. What is that? That's right, good. Back to your plank again with those eye movements called. Yes, say it out loud. It'll stay longer in your short-term memory. And then moving to number 4. Good. Left leg, right arm. Excellent. Okay, so just see how you feel and how that was. We're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to roll all the way up and slowly rise to stand. So our final exercise in this first program is to do a short memory sequence. So I'm going to teach you 5 exercises in repetition, and you're going to do 1, add the next, back to the beginning, add the next, until you get all the way to the 5th one. Okay, then we'll finish with an eye exercise. So these are exercises you have done today, just we're changing the order so that you can memorize them. And I will not be helping you after I've shown you the initial ones. So first exercise in the sequence is lifting the arms and lowering them down. Good, reach and lower. Nice. So just try this a few times just to feel your way. Heels lift and arms circle. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, that's our first exercise. Now our next exercise, lift the arms up, and as you come down, touch the side of your knee, lift up and touch the other knee. So it's like a squat with a little twist. Inhale, exhale. Good. We'll just do that one more time. All right, so back to our first exercise. Heel lifts and arms. That's right, good. So I'm following you, getting ready in your mind. What is the next exercise? That's right, little side squat. Good, we'll do 2 of each one, left and right, so 1 more set, and then we'll add the next one on. Good, so the next exercise, we're going to come down, we're going to lift the arm, we're going to lower, and then come back up. So down, it's like you're opening a book, closing it, and lifting. Good, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now we're going to go back shortly to the first one. We'll do this one more time. So thinking about what the first exercise was, this is number 3 that we've added on. So back to number 1. What is it? Good. Lifting the heels, circling the arms 2 times only. What is the next exercise? Feet together. That's it. What's it called? Side squat. Good. We do 2. So 1 more set, left and right makes 1 count. Thinking about the next exercise, what did we do? We opened the book. Good, a thoracic twist. Inhale, exhale. Nice, we've got 1 more set. And then we add on a new exercise. That's it, good, last one. Excellent, so now we're going to lift our leg and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Nice. So coming into that single knee lift with the arms. So we're going to add this on to the beginning of the sequence. Can you remember the first one? Okay, let's go back to it. 2 of these, remember. Good. Heel lifts up. What's the next one we did? What's it called? Yes, side squat. Remember, we have 1 more to do. What's the next one coming up? Can you remember? How does it go? Yes, we open the book. Inhale, exhale. Lovely. We've got 1 more set. So we've got number 4 exercise to add on next. Thinking about what it is, getting yourself ready. Good. So arms down, lift, lift. 1 set, more to do. Good. Then we're going to do our roll down. So rolling down to the floor, out to your plank, saccading your eyes side to side. That's it. This is number 5. Again, knees can be on the floor or knees off the floor. Good. Then start to roll yourself back up to your standing position. I'll do it from the side this time. What's number 1? This is it, last round. Good. Lift the arms, circle. Heels lift and lower. 2 of these. Next one, arms up. Yes, side squat. 2 more. Good. Now what do we add on? Remember, we open. Yes, excellent. Inhale. See if your eyes want to follow your hand as it reaches up and twists. What's the next one? We come up, arms down, lift the legs. Good, left and right. 1 more set. What do we do next? We inhale, we exhale, roll down. We walk out, come to our plank, do our saccades. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We roll back up. Bend your knees as much as you need. Slowly rise. That can make you feel a little dizzy. So, well done. You could be an instructor now. You've memorized the sequence. See how it is tomorrow, if you can practice the same thing and see if you can do it. To finish today, we've got 1 more eye exercise to do. So I'm going to ask you to focus on a point in front of you. And then when I say move your eyes to the left, you're going to move them to the right. And when I say move your eyes to the left, right, you're going to move them to the left. Okay, so let's try that. Gazing at the center, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right. So see how that was to do? I guess we're confusing the brain. We're giving it more challenge. It's not used to doing the opposites. Let's try doing up and down. So gaze at a point that is your home base. Come back to that every time after I say which direction change to make. So when I say up, you're going to look down. And when I say down, you're going to look up. Okay? Starting point. Down, down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. Okay, to finish, we're going to do all 4 directions. So whatever I say, do the opposite, and I'll add a bit of cognitive load of speed, tempo, we call it, near the end. So starting at your home base, left, up, down, right, down, up, left, right, down, up, down, up, right, left, left, right, down, up, up, down, left, left, right, down, up, down, up. So I hope you enjoyed that class. If you have any comments or feedback, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope you'll join me for the next Neuro Pilates video. Until then, keep moving, keep your brain going. One last tip to add. Your short-term memory, all of your memories from the day are stored in a sort of holding spot in your brain. And at nighttime, they're moved into more longer-term holding places, kind of like the post office, putting packages away. And if you don't get sleep early in the night, this deep REM, deep sleep, then your body isn't as able to process and store that information as if it would. So I would recommend getting into a good bedtime routine, going to bed at, say, 10 o'clock and getting up at 6 or 11 till 7, but trying to get those 8 hours. And particularly sleep that you get before midnight is really helpful for that deep sleep that helps take short-term memories and put them into longer-term holding places, and also for your immune system and your whole body to do the restorative work it needs while you're resting. The brain is not resting while you are sleeping. It's very, very active. Okay, thank you for joining me.